New year, a lot of new things for you guys, a lot of new pieces. With the compressed preseason this year, and it feels like the regular season's like literally a week and a half away, even though it may be technically 2 weeks. Does that put any added pressure on maybe trying to get things installed and get things done in training camp?
No, I mean, it's the same amount of days. It just seems like with uh, every year it feels a little different. You got a lot of new players on this team. Last year when we started training camp, we had a lot of the same group. Now it's about 50-50. So, you're trying to integrate new players into the team, trying to build a defensive base for your team. And then, Taylor hasn't been able to practice, and Emma and Christy aren't even here yet. So it's everything's on the fly. But we're no different than most of the teams. I mean, everybody's faced with this. It's the nature of our league. You hope that you get people up to speed as quickly as you can. You stay healthy. You cross your fingers about that. And, get better over time. I knew going into this season we aren't going to be at our best right away anyway. Too many people trying to get used to each other. Emma's going to miss, a good portion of the early part of the season. So we're going to have to, make some adjustments on the fly, and you just off the wrong way on your players.
All right, and you were talking about that depth. With some of the offseason moves, some pieces had to leave for new pieces to come in. You guys had one of the better offenses in the league the past couple of years. Obviously, with Elena, that's a huge piece. But so much more with the depth. If you just want to talk a little bit about some of the younger players, how they might fit into that offensive style.
Well, when you bring Elena and Christy in to add to the offensive players that we have in Emma and Taylor and, other veterans that are here, Ivory's three-point shooting, you know, it certainly makes the offense look good, but I'm glad with our depth because, we can go to the bench with people who have started in this league before. Natasha Cloud, Tiara Ruffin-Pratt, Crystal Thomas are all players who have played a lot of significant minutes. Ivory's been a starter and she's been off the bench. So we're deep that way. Shatori adds to our depth. So I feel good about going 9, 10, 11 deep into our team and having people contribute. Tiana Hawkins is back and healthy. With her concussion at the end of last year, she was in the middle of a great season. Now she's back, playing great, feeling good. So, I just feel like we have a lot of pieces to do things.
Okay, for the most part, offense, everyone's going to be focused on what you guys do offensively. As a head coach, I already know you talked about the defensive base just a couple minutes ago. With the defense, talk about just what you feel you've been able to install so far. What type of defensive team you aim to be this year?
Well, we want to be an aggressive team where we dictate what people do. We want to send people to certain areas of the court. We want to make sure that every shot is contested and blocked out. We've talked a lot about ball pressure. We've talked a lot about angles. We have a lot of really good defensive players. I mean, Tiara Ruffin-Pratt's one of the best defensive players in this league. Adding Crystal Thomas adds a great defensive player. And we've told our players, everybody is going to talk about their offense, all the weapons that we have. But we're going to be as good as our defense is. We've set some goals internally for them, on a nightly basis that we want to reach. And I think if we stay focused on the defensive end, the offense will come. I mean, it's nice to be able to, to create some offense by your defense, getting, long outlet passes off of rebounds and getting out in transition, help in the lane, see how many stops in a row we can get. That's going to be a big emphasis for our team.
And then lastly, emphasis past couple years rebounding. We've heard you talk about it
Yeah.
quite a few times in post-game pressers. You have a lot of bigger wings this year.
Yeah.
You want to talk about how that might help you guys being able to rebound and just go.
I think it'll help a lot. I mean, we can put a lot of length on the court, not just height, but length. Elena Deladon is a good rebounder. She's not a physical player necessarily, but she's a rebounder. She's got length and she goes after it. Crystal Thomas is a rebounder. Emma is an above-average rebounder. But with Asia Taylor and Tiana Hawkins and Ruffin-Pratt and Cloud from the guard position, you have size, 6'1" people who can rebound from every spot on the court, and that has to improve if we're going to be a really good team.